E40.
Go stupid, go dumb, go stupid, go dumb, Come on, tell me when to go. 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 Hey, can we get this started? Come on, can we get this started? Come on, tell me when to go. 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 Hey, can we get this started? Come on, can we get this started? Make some noise, party people! Yeah. President Biden. God bless America.
Fat Joe.
Nothing can stop me up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want? Shorty, what you need? My brothers running game, we ain't never leave. Counting all this money, we ain't never see. You gotta be 12. I got 12 V's. I got. I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up.
Let's hear it for Fat Joe and E40. So it's great to be with you all. So. Some of you may have heard the story that I didn't agree to marry Joe until the 5th time he asked me. But the truth is, I loved him from the start. So I'm going to repeat that line because I think it's the most important. I loved him from the start. I saw in him then the same character that I see in him today. And even though he has faced unimaginable tragedies, his optimism is undaunted. His strength is unshakable. His hope is undeterred. And over the last few years, Joe has helped heal our country, helping us all recover from the chaos of the last administration.
If you take a look at all that was done in his administration, he didn't do much at all. By the time he left, things were in chaos, literally chaos.
We don't choose our chapter in history, but we can choose who leads us through it. And at this moment, with these perils the world is facing, there is no one that I would rather have sitting in the Oval Office right now than my husband.
The idea. I can't think of a single major leader in the world who wouldn't trade places with the job I've done and what they've done.
Eric, thank you for all that you do for your fellow educators and students, your family, and your community. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage, Eric Fitz.
Last night, I watched with pride as President Biden won the debate.
Stop it. Get some help.
And put forward. He put forward a clear vision for making life better for our families.
By the way, the Border Patrol endorsed me, endorsed my position. In addition to that, we found ourselves in a situation where when he was president, he was separating babies from their mothers, putting them in cages, making sure the families were separated. That's not the right way to go. What I've done since I've changed the law, what's happened? I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where There are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
I'm proud Joe Biden is our president.
And unlike the other guy, we're going to stand up to dictators like Putin, because America bows to no one ever. I told him how he had called a veteran who had given their lives in the country in World War I and refused to go to the grave sites. He called them suckers and losers. He tried to deny it. I thought to myself, Donald Trump isn't just a convicted felon. Donald Trump is a one-man crime wave. And he's got more trials. He's got more trials coming up. Time for that. Look, I know I'm not a young man. State the obvious. Well, I know. Well, I don't. Folks, I don't walk as easy as I used to. I don't speak as smoothly as I used to. I don't debate as well as I used to. But I know what I do know. I know how to tell the truth.
Look, I'd be happy to have a driving contest with him. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. But by the way, I told you before, I'm happy to play golf with you if you carry your own bag. Think you can do it?
That's the biggest lie, that he's a 6 handicap of all.
I was an 8 handicap.
Yeah.
8.
Never.
But I had, you know how many?
I've seen you swing. I know you swing.
I know right from wrong. And I know how to do this job. I know how to get things done. And I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up.
Well, first of all, I spent half my career being criticized as being the youngest person in politics. I was the second youngest person ever elected to the United States Senate, and now I'm the oldest. This guy's 3 years younger and a lot less competent.
And I know what it'll take to keep the world safe and free for the years ahead. Folks, I give you my word as a Biden, I would not be running again if I didn't believe with all my heart and soul I can do this job. Because quite frankly, the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high. Donald Trump is a genuine threat to this nation. He's a threat to our freedom. He's a threat to our democracy. He's literally a threat for everything America stands for. The choice in this election is simple. Donald Trump will destroy our democracy. I will defend it. She finally did marry me.
We're going to begin with you, President Biden. You have 2 minutes.
We've made significant progress from the debacle that was left by President Trump in his last term. We find ourselves in a situation where, number one, we have to make sure that we have a fair tax system. I ask anyone out there in the audience or anyone out watching this debate, do you think the tax system is fair? The fact is that I said Nobody even making under $400,000 had a single penny increase in their taxes, and will not. And if I'm reelected, that'll be the case again. But this guy has increased your taxes because of the deficit, number one. He's increased inflation because of the debacle he left after the way he handled the pandemic. And he finds himself in a position where he now wants to tax you more by putting a 10% tariff on everything that comes into the United States of America. What I did, when, for example, he wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare for us to be able to negotiate drug prices with the big pharma companies. Well, guess what? We got it down to $35 for insulin instead of $400. No more than $2,000 for every senior, no matter how much prescription they need. You know what that did? That reduced the federal debt by $160 billion over 10 years because the government doesn't have to pay the exorbitant prices. I'm going to make that available to every senior all along, it's happening now, and everybody in America. He wants to get rid of that. I'm going to make sure that we have child care. We're going to significantly increase the credit people have for child care. I'm going to make sure we do something about what we're doing on lead pipes and all the things that are causing health problems for people across the country. We're going to continue to fight to bring down inflation and give people a break.